Everybody, thank you very
Cheers.
much for tuning in. My name is Shola Jordan Adue, and with me on the show today is actually my girlfriend. I've imported my girlfriend to come and join me on the show today. But before I will introduce her, we want to open up the NSC. I want to give a toast to Sheun Obajolu for being a very wonderful lady.
Toast,
And this is
toast,
for
toast,
you.
cheers.
Been
Thank
a
you, sir.
wonderful
Thank you,
lady all of this while. We have been
sir.
we have been together now for, I don't know, maybe like 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Wow. All
It's
right.
been a minute.
This is the
Toast. Cheers, sir.
to good
Cheers
life,
to good life, sir. Yes.
prosperity,
Thank you very
and
much.
success.
Amen. Amen. Cheers,
Mm.
guys. Cheers.
Ah, don't get drunk on the show. All right. So we are here on the show today, and I want us to just quickly look at a few things
All right, sir.
as we go. We're talking about marriage. We've been talking about relationship for a long time.
Absolutely.
And we are looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly of relationship. Uh, can you mention few things,
Okay.
that you have been through for all of these years? You've been counseling people, talking to people. What are the
Right.
few things that you think they've been going through in homes?
Whew. All right, thank you so much, Pastor Shola, Dr. Shola, Pastor Shola, for the opportunity. I always have to give you your flowers.
I know.
It's been a journey, it's been a ride. One thing I can definitely say is this: you have stayed consistent through the years. Your message, yeah, even though you've tried to tweak it here and there, which you always do, but you've
Yeah.
stayed consistent with your messages, which is
Yeah.
we are advocating for healthy homes, healthy marriages.
Yeah.
It might not be the traditional approach where we're expected to just, sweep topics or sweep issues under the carpet and not talk about it. You want us to bring these things out and talk
Right.
about it, and you don't stand for injustice, which is
No.
why,
Yeah.
although it's kind of hard, because again, I'm so glad I'm talking about this because we come from a patriarchal culture, right? And this is to our men. Men, I love you. You guys know I always say you guys are the
I don't
prize.
love you.
Men are the prize. Women, I love you too, but let's talk about these things.
Yeah.
We come from a patriarchal culture, and unfortunately, some of us learned to do marriage the wrong way.
Yeah.
We learned how our fathers, not no offense to our fathers, they did it
Yeah.
the way they knew how to do it,
Yeah.
right? But unfortunately, somehow it polluted how people did marriages. Some people looked at their wives as a property, as something they own. But then that's not what makes marriage thrive. Marriage thrives healthily when we work
But why
together.
won't I look at a wife like a property
Oh,
if I'm
jeez.
paying 5 million, 10 million naira to marry a wife?
Yeah. I mean, that we can talk about, sir, because I think some cultures is limited to only certain cultures. I
Yeah.
do know of some cultures who will return the bride price, and
Like
they
my
will,
wife's family, they returned it.
yeah, they'll
Maybe that's why
categorically
I'm
tell
treating her
you,
like
like
a
an
queen.
egg.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when you go to the Igbo land, they collect 15 million, 20 million from you to marry a
Right.
wife.
Yeah. I mean, and that's also up for negotiation. Maybe that's something, but then can we change the culture? Can we change tradition? Does it really matter? I've also heard of some people from that part of the, tribe that treat their women like eggs
Of course,
too. So I
because they look
think,
at the investment.
Baba, I don't think so. I think there are some men who understand what it means
To be a
to
married
be a
man.
married man and value
Yeah,
their women. That's what I would say.
I
Because
know.
again, it's all about the mindset.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that's right. But real quickly, what have I've heard so much in marriage because it's been a long time I've been talking to people about marriages.
yeah.
And most of the time what I find is people are living in pain in their marriages.
Mm,
Too many things are going on. People are
mm,
lonely in their marriages.
mm,
People don't feel like their partner hears them anymore.
mm,
People are living as roommates in marriages, right?
mm,
I don't think a lot of people don't have shared values.
mm.
And we still have to take some accountability, but we'll still go there because sometimes it's all about the partner we decided to choose. And
Mm.
sometimes it's about the red flags that we ignored
Big no.
and made excuses for
Mm,
and then blew up in our
mm,
faces. And this goes
mm.
for men and women.
And women also.
Yeah.
So the pain we're going through in marriage could be caused because we ignored the red flags We're looking at something different instead of looking for, uh, the, you know,
The important
the
things.
important
Yes,
things.
sir.
Uh, and I see that it seems like you women, there is a secret in the hands of women, the way they handle us. Because physical appearance right now is what women run after. And the character is not on the list of what we should check out for.
Right. Yeah.
So, how do we balance that up?
How do we balance that? Yes, we are focusing on the wrong things. And one thing I like to tell women, we are blessed with wisdom.
Women, right?
Women, we're blessed with this amazing wisdom. Over the years, because of we're trying to fight against certain injustices. We fight against certain words that make us who we are. We fight against the word virtuous woman. I used to
Virtuous woman.
fight against that word because I was at a point in my life too where I was married young, early, but then I was like, why am I not getting back what I'm giving to this marriage? Why am I being treated like I don't matter? And then I started to fight back. Because I'm like, okay, don't tell me about submission. I don't want to hear submission. Don't tell me about virtuous women. But life has happened. I went through what I went through,
Yep.
and I've grown, I've healed, and now I have a deeper understanding of what a virtuous woman is. And it doesn't matter what I've been through, I still want to be a virtuous woman. I mean, we don't want to go into the Bible, but if we go back and look at
Yeah,
that,
we can go.
we can.
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
go
go.
into that chapter, the Proverbs, is it 5 or something? I can't
Yeah.
remember now, where it talks about the virtuous woman. Please, let's go read about it. The virtuous woman is what a lot of women are today.
Wow.
Yes, we're already living it. It talked about a woman who handled her finances, talked about a woman who had her businesses, talked about a woman who took care of her home and her children. We're all virtuous women naturally. So we have what it takes to build a
So
home
maybe
in
the
us.
interpretation of the virtuous woman that we as men are looking for is
Yes,
more like a dummy.
we're looking for a dummy, and we're not.
Someone that will stay home, cook the meal. When it's time for sex, open your leg
Nah.
and shut up. Don't ask me for where you're coming from. Just believe in God. Go to church and be praying and all that. That's what we believe about virtuous woman.
That's what some men
So
have
virtuous woman is
misinterpreted
an
it.
empowered woman.
She is. We can go back and look at it. She is. She had her field. She had her businesses. She had people she hired.
Oh,
She's a strong woman. The only thing also is she also knew how to respect and regard her husband
husband.
in the city gates
Yeah.
and in the home. And guess what? One thing I always say is this: what makes the difference? The husband that was described in the virtuous woman, the Proverbs of chapter, also acknowledged his virtuous woman. He called her blessed,
Blessed.
right? So you cannot have a woman who is doing all of that for you, who is taking care of you, supporting you, backing you up, and you treat her like trash. You are
Oh.
not holding up your own end of the bargain.
So if you're looking for a virtuous woman and you get one, then you should still respect her, treat her nicely and all kinds.
Absolutely.
And regardless of how much it's making, because it seems like some African men will get jealous of the wife when the wife is making money.
Yes.
We cannot celebrate the achievement of the wife because we feel like as a man I'm supposed to be the head.
Uh-huh.
Why is she making 300,000 and I'm making 100,000?
Does it really matter? I mean, I do know that there are some exceptions. There's some women, and again, we will talk to us today. Some of you women, because you make more than your men, you lose the place. You kind of demote or diminish the value of the man in the home. I come from a point of view where I believe, and forgive me, you don't have to believe in that. I believe that the marriage there has to be a structure for it to function. And with that being said, I believe that my husband, who has proven to me that he has what it takes to be a husband, is the head of my home. Now, with that being said, I need to regard him. Doesn't matter if I'm making more.
More,
But
yeah.
unfortunately, we do have some women, and I call those women Ojo Olari, women that never tasted wealth before.
before.
And somehow you just came and you're in a community or environment where you have money. Then you
yeah.
now kind of feel like your husband is worth nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even about what you say, it's about how you act, right?
Wow.
So that sometimes makes some men insecure. Yes, we could do our actions make our men insecure. Now, there are some men who are naturally insecure.
Naturally.
Naturally. It's this ego
So it's
thing.
got nothing to do with the woman.
It's
It's
not,
just natural.
yeah, you're just naturally insecure. You just have this ego that, you feel threatened easily. In that case, you should work on yourself.
On
It has
yourself.
nothing to do with your woman. Because what I have found, even though we're quick to talk about women that treat their men horribly, but a high percentage of women are willing to back their men up. They're willing to cover their men. This has been happening from the times of our mothers. That's what we grew up to see. I mean, my mom, I saw my mom many times when we had visitors come to the house and my
Yeah.
dad was broke. My mom would go in the room and call my dad and give him money and say, Egba,
Likewise, my mom
give
did that.
give
Yeah.
it to them. So it shows like you're giving. A lot of women will cover for their men.
Yeah.
But I think what we are now seeing, we're seeing that women are fighting back and pushing back. Because even though we've done those things, a lot of men still did not appreciate those women and continue to treat them unfairly. And you expect them to accept the mistreatment. And when we're quick to fight back, you say you're not a virtuous woman. But if we go back and look at that virtuous woman,
Yeah.
she most likely even made more than her husband.
More than her husband.
Because I don't know what the
Because she
Bible.
was the one dressing her husband.
She was. She was. Her husband
Dressing
just
her
went
children
and sat
at
with
the
at the
city
city gate while she went, worked, had
That's the kind of woman I want.
Okay.
I just want to sit at the city gate and just sit right there and let her be the one to just clothe me, cook for me, do all kinds of stuff. That would be great, right? so she'll,
Oh my God!
you know, you've been here for a very long time, and I've been on social media for a long time myself,
Yes, sir.
and myself and you do have kind of like a little misunderstanding as far we're looking at the same thing from different
Different
angles. Okay,
yes, sir.
now I started by fighting for women, that women are good.
Yes, sir.
Men are the one that are actually messing up and all kinds of stuff. But you there was a day you opened my eyes to a different side of life, as per the way some of the women are behaving right now. Are you going to put that on the women, or do you want to put it on the men, that probably the men push them to that angle to turn around and become the lion that we're seeing today?
All right. I will have to be very fair. Okay. I have to be fair, and I'll have to validate the feelings of women before I now go hard. I understand that we had a long years, and we talked. That's why I started from. We come from a patriarchal, highly patriarchal society where women were not really valued, or more like men were given a very, high power influence. Like, the man is the head of the home, whatever he says goes, and that's what our mothers did, right?
Yeah.
Now, over the years, right? Our women are saying, well, we did that, but somehow you guys are still treating us, some of you are still treating us like we don't matter. Everything we're doing, all the sacrifices. I've heard women say, oh, I built with this man. And then I built with him, and then they find out, oh, he impregnated this woman, oh, he has several side chicks, oh, he treats them, he puts their hand on them, abuse, right? And then guess what? Now women are more like, we're having a guard up where we're saying, enough is enough. And over the years, that's what we've seen. And unfortunately, or fortunately, feminism came, the wave of feminism. I have
What's
nothing
the definition of
against
feminism?
feminism.
What's the
Feminism was a movement that was started to kind of give women a voice. And there's really nothing wrong with that, especially when we're talking about socially, politically. Because, yes, even in America, sir, there was a time when women were not allowed to vote. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
So that movement came and was saying, well, women are intelligent, they are bright, they are, they have what it takes. Why can't we have a voice? So that wave started, and women started fighting to have women have opportunities where we need to have them.
Yeah, I would define it as fighting for equal rights.
Equal rights for women.
Yeah,
In the community.
women life
society.
matters.
Yes, sir.
There was a time that men would go to work and bring their paychecks home to give to their wives.
Yes, sir.
And let the wife be the one that will make the home. And they only go to work and come back.
Yeah.
But at the time, some of the men were actually pushed to war. That when they were in battle, the wives are the ones that are doing the work of the man and the woman at the same time, taking care of the kids and stuff.
Okay.
So they had to go and work in the factories. Just to be able to put food on the table, because
yes.
their husbands were dying over there. So this actually turned around the whole thing, that women now are now going to work. So you guys started getting the right education and stuff in your
Yes.
lives, and then Today, you guys are doctors and
That's why
lawyers
we
and
have the.
stuff,
That's why we
and you are
can do
vice
that.
president and president of countries. So why
Exactly.
can't we just see that that's okay? Why don't we fight for equal right?
So, Baba, here's where it gets a little dicey. Okay. So I feel like because of this power that feminism has given us, there have been some extreme feminist ideologies that are also being spread. We also have to be very careful of that. And that's where I am feminist.
Okay.
But now it's so sad. Now I'm like, no, I'm retired. I'm retired.
I am manist.
I am now a retired feminist, and here is why.
Yeah.
And that's because I feel like there right now there's a mix up. There's too much extremist feminist ideologies out there
Okay.
that are being infused into the minds
Into
of
the mind of
women.
women. Yeah.
So now, unfortunately, we are finding now homes where, and this is, check this out, sir.
Yeah.
A lot of women, we're not even fighting our own battles. We are fighting the battles of other people. Oh, it happened to this person, happened to this person. No, I will not allow it.
But it has not happened to you
It
yet.
has not happened to you yet, but you already have a guard up because it must not happen to me. And then you now get in your home and you are in constant battle with your husband because you don't want what happened to our mothers to happen to us.
Yeah.
As much as we don't want it, we need to be mindful as women. And this is where I come now to say, yes, we don't want unfair treatment in marriage. We will continue to fight for that. You should not be treated unfairly. However, we need to stay mindful of the things that we're hearing right now. So we don't with our own hands destroy what we have.
Destroy what we have.
We think there's stuff out here. The dating pool out here is not a joke, fam.
You're talking. You're talking right there.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. So yeah, so that's what happened with feminism, and but we just need to be careful. Baba, did you see what happened recently? I'm trying to make this not too formal because I think
Yeah.
I'm being too a little formal.
I can see you doing that.
I don't want to be formal. So you heard about the 4:30 woman that woke up and cooked for her husband at
Yeah,
4:30?
I watched the video. Somebody actually is it a company? The company gave out 2 million now. For that. People were fighting out for that stuff. Why?
A lot of women were bullying her
For what?
because they
For
came
trying
at
to keep her home there. I mean,
you know they came at it like, oh, she came from an insecure part that it's because another woman brought food, started bringing food for her husband. That's why she decided to start getting up at 4:30, and she's pregnant. Why does she have to get up? My goodness. I mean, what does it matter?
I don't know.
If he's a man that sacrifices
And
for
and do you
her.
know? And do you know if we flip it?
Yes, sir.
And if it's a man that woke up 4 o'clock in the morning to cook for the wife,
Everybody will say, oh, God,
we
when?
say, "Oh God, that is the kind of man I want. I want that kind of guy," and stuff like that. You see, we always use Panadol on another person's headache.
Right.
In our society, we use Panadol on another person's headache. You see, marriage to me is whatever it is that you want it to be.
Yes, sir.
You see, two people will come together with understanding that you are independent. I'm independent. Sean, you are a medical doctor, and I am a teacher.
Yes, sir.
And I know that you have probably your reach is actually far away, even further than me. But I accept you like you're going to be with me.
Yes, sir.
And I want to be with you. So accepting each other is actually what marriage is for me.
Yes.
Do you accept this person as your wedded wife? Yes, I do. After knowing all about you, after knowing your abilities and capacity, after knowing your level of education, I'm not going to be intimidated by you. You are more educated than me. You are not supposed to be intimidated by me because I'm making money right now. That doesn't mean you are not going to make money tomorrow.
Right.
So if you accept me, even though I don't have green card, that you be my husband.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, you giving me green card, it's possible for me to make more money than you.
Exactly.
Acceptance.
We're working in unity.
Then the acceptance, another point or level of the acceptance is when you get into the relationship, I'll accept you because you are not a perfect person. And you can never be perfect. You're going to offend me every day of your life. You're going to step on my toes every day of your life.
Yes, sir.
Okay? My responsibility is to show you what you're doing. And I'll tell you, this is how I want you to love me. And then you understand how I want you to love me.
Yeah.
And then you do
The same,
likewise.
so we can learn how
So
to love each
the
other.
acceptance
Yeah.
You see, the individual differences will always be there. I need to accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up with my father. Okay? So you're not going to behave like my dad.
Okay.
The way you make amala is different from the way we do in my house. So I'm going to accept your own amala and I'm going to eat it with love. You understand what I'm saying? If you
Absolutely.
cook and there's too much salt, I'm supposed to accept it, right?
Yeah.
Which I will, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to say a little stuff just to make it right. Sweetheart, this is good.
Yeah.
I accept you for who you are. But next time, can we
Can we tweak this a little
a
bit?
little bit?
Yes.
As we train each other, accept each other, train each other as we go in the journey of marriage.
Yes, sir.
That's my own view about marriage.
About marriage.
But when marriage is getting to a point, there's something they call see finish, right? Then we get too used to each other.
Yeah.
We have been fighting, I've been calling you names, you've been crying, you've been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
A time will come that we won't have that fire no more.
Yeah.
At that point in time, I believe that's the time for us to take a break and then go on vacation. Two different ones. It's possible for you to take a break from me,
Okay.
or I'll take a break from you.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be both of you taking a break.
You can take a break and say, I need to think about some stuff.
Okay.
I can take a break and say, I need to think about some stuff. So when I go wherever I'm going, I'll sit down, I'll evaluate my life. What exactly is wrong with me? What am I doing that is not right? Am I married to the wrong person? Is the sex no longer good? Is there disrespect in the marriage? Are the kids not respecting me? Are you not making money? I'm the only one funding the family?
Yeah.
Is the pressure so much on me? Is your mother demanding for too much from my life? Is my mother actually complaining about my wife? Is the society doing something or the church doing something on, in my marriage? I need to sit down and look at all of that stuff and then come back and sit down with my wife to actually go through the list. And then we fix it and we keep moving. Instead of we allowing the marriage to go down.
Ah. Okay.
So you can take a break too.
Yeah. So, Baba, before we start talking about taking a break, and I'm going to call you out here, on several occasions I have heard you, because again, I see you and your wife. Okay, I know you don't talk much about it, but you show, right? And some of us are blessed and fortunate to be around both of you and see how you guys work, right? But you've also mentioned many times that you and your wife have what you call like a monthly review. A monthly review is great.
Yeah.
Because that way you can hash things out on a monthly basis, versus letting things fester, and then it explodes in our faces, which is what I think a lot of us do in marriages.
Yeah.
No matter how we look at it, see finish will happen.
It will.
Because the honeymoon phase will fade, right? And that's one thing we need to start speaking up for. Let's be very intentional about keeping that honeymoon phase going on for as long as we can.
Okay. That's the fact. Oh, actually, that's the fact.
Yes.
And today, actually, we had a little time to talk. Because for me, when I see this sluggishness and this kind of disconnect, I'm a very, very sensitive person.
Yes.
An observant too. When I look at you, you're doing something, I'll shake my head. You think I don't know? I know exactly what you're doing. But I'll just shake my head. I was like, blah. But by the time I'm ready to ask you questions, I will. So this morning, I've been seeing the movement since like 2 weeks now. And so today I was like, I'm going to take advantage of this moment that we're sitting together on the couch, eating together, to ask that question.
Beautiful.
So I threw the question to her. I was like, what are those things that you think we need to talk about as per my behavior and character this month?
Beautiful.
And she said, nothing yet. I said, probably because you've not been home and you've been gone and stuff. I said, but me, I got something to say.
You had something to say.
I got something to say. And for me, I always say it. Because you see, I'm not afraid of you saying, Shola, let us talk. Men don't like that.
Yeah, I was gonna come there. Okay, go ahead, sir.
We don't like it. Even me, I still don't feel so good about Shola, we gotta talk. I don't like that stuff. But because I'm intentional about the marriage, I will make myself available.
But why do you think men don't like it? Tell me. I want to hear.
We
from men.
don't like confrontation.
Men
we don't like
confrontation.
accusation.
Okay.
You see, let me not tell you this. You see, as men, we live a kind of life that is very funny. We commit a lot of crimes. So we don't know the crime that you found out that you want to actually ask me about. So my mind is going to be going everywhere. I'm checking like, okay, did she see an email? Did she see a text message? What happened? Did she, so we are really like, not really, and you women, you guys love to do suspense.
Yeah.
can we, Shola, we got to talk. You see, for me, if I want to talk to you, I'll say, Shion, we got to talk about money that you sent to Mama. So, you know, by the time I say that, in your mind, you start getting the right answer to give me. But for women, they'll say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, something has happened, and stuff like that. And for me, I'm afraid. I was like, I don't know which one of my clients
Oh my
you
God.
don't see. So I was like, wait. You say, no, I don't have time.
Okay. Baba,
So,
this is where I have an advice. Okay.
okay.
Because again, I think I get this. And it's taking me a while. All right. I was married for 18 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have come to a place because again, part of moving on is recognizing what role, because we're so quick to say, oh, it's all on the other person. It's the other person. But if you don't ever come to a place where you're like, what could I have done better? What can I change? Especially if you want to get married again or you want to do this again,
Yeah.
you have to get to a place where you're thinking, okay, what could I do better? So one thing about women is this: we're very emotional. Women were emotional. We carry everything all in our heads, and then when we now want to talk to our men, right? It's like we know we caught them in an act, and right there, want to approach it and want to give it out to them so they feel how we're feeling. I have an advice for you, sisters. Okay, it's not easy, but it's part of what we call emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, when something happens and you want to talk about it, please, I ask you, give yourself some time to think it through. You know what that does for you? You're able to analyze and reanalyze and see that maybe some things that really upset me that I wanted to fuss about, you can think about it and be like, you know what? Maybe this is why I did that, and not make much of a big deal of it. But one thing we do is when we have start feeling the emotions and we keep it up and we start thinking of many things we're going to do. I will show this man. I will do it. He's unfair to me. You sit your man down and you're saying we have to talk. And right there you start throwing in those accusations. You did that. You know what we do to those men? Instantly they close up.
Silent treatment. That's the next thing. That's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep quiet. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Ask me 10,000 questions. I'll just be like this. I'm gonna frustrate. I will frustrate your life. I will frustrate your life right there.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
and that's what I'm gonna do. So for me, I'm gonna talk. It took me some time to get to know my wife. The way I was raised, if something is wrong, sit, talk.
Yeah.
She's different. When something's wrong, she get angry.
And bottle it in.
And then she wanted to leave her alone. I didn't know how long am I supposed to leave her alone. So me, I will continue to pin her. We gotta talk. Because me, I must deal with this issue before we go to bed.
Yeah.
So later down the road, I found that my wife's anger is 1 hour.
See?
The fuse is actually 1 hour.
Just give her that 1 hour.
So it took a long time for me to realize that. Because, I left her in Nigeria for 15 years. So we're actually doing marriage on the phone. So when we fight on the phone, I love the phone fight. Because the moment I turn the phone off, that's the end of it. I'll just go. I'm not seeing your face. But this time around, she's not living in my house.
The house, yeah.
And I'm looking at her face and then she get angry. So I didn't know it was just only 1 hour. So one day I noticed it. So I got mad, she got mad, and I just took my car. I was gone. Actually, I was gone for 1 hour.
Right.
And I got back to the house and I saw my wife in the kitchen cooking. And when I walked in, she was like, Shama la lofe Jenny Abinyo. Actually, I was so surprised. Maybe poison. Want to put poison in the food to kill me and stuff. But actually, 1 hour's gone. She's good. Now, by the time you finish eating, she's now ready to talk. It took me time to understand that nature.
Yes.
Formally, I want to talk because I'm going to be the one to talk. I want to talk.
Yeah.
And then the second thing that we have is that whenever it's kind of like a big issue, we take it to the secret place. That's
Amen.
inside of the bedroom.
Yeah.
So when I get to the bedroom, I lock my door.
And just hash it out.
At that point in time, I am not the almighty Pastor Shola. No, I'm not.
I've heard you say that a lot
No,
of
for
times.
real, I'm not. At that point in time, I'm actually not a lion, I'm a cat. I turn to a cat. When I enter the secret room, I'm a cat. I'm like, meow. That's it. You won't hear, no more roaring for me. I become a cat. And then you see me on the floor prostrating to a woman. But you know what funny thing? As I'm going down, she's actually pulling me up. And she's crying with me. And then we settle the whole
Because
stuff
you
right now.
let go of your ego, and this is where I was coming to the men.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked to women and we're like, women, we need to start learning more about emotional intelligence. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. And hopefully we're still going to talk about it with anything, even for healing, for pain, anything, for control, self-control, emotional intelligence. However, men, it's now time for you.
Yeah.
You men are very naughty. You want to put your hands in different things because that's how you are. Honestly, until women we get to that point of understanding this,
Yeah.
you probably will not give you stress yourself out. Men are like children. We hate saying that, but it's what it is. They have some characteristics of children. You know how children go and get into things they know they shouldn't get into.
Yeah.
Then when you now catch them, they'll now look at you sheepishly, right? But unfortunately, now what you men do, you know what you're doing, and you don't want to be challenged at all.
No, we don't want to. You see, we don't like confrontation.
But that
we don't
doesn't-
like you to challenge us.
But that doesn't work for
All right?
marriage.
Because the foundation is the man is the head of the home.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be challenging you, not you challenging me. You see, and that's why I say something. You see what is going on right now, Shimo.
Yes, sir.
Men are running away from marriage.
Of course.
The ladies are there right now. But they like gentle reminder. Gentle reminder. The guys are not there to be found.
Thank you
You're
for
doing
saying
gentle
that.
reminder. Yeah, of course. You want me to go and kill them? You want me to go and put the rope on them? You know what's making them to run away? Before the marriage, you're good. When you guys finish getting married, you'll be like, where are you going to? Where do you come back? Where's your phone? Then you start bossing him around.
I beg. Marriage is not a jail, I beg.
You see, if you cannot live your life by yourself,
no.
don't get married.
Yeah, either way, both parties.
The pressure we put on these men is making the. You see, we men, we feel like we're in prison when we get married.
But marriage should not be prison
But that's
for
how we
anybody.
feel. That's how we feel.
For both parties.
No,
And
you
I'm
want me to
saying,
tell you the truth?
Baba,
You want me to tell you the truth?
it's so wrong.
Tell me.
Tell me.
You see, sometimes, even in this house, I want to go outside. My wife doesn't like going outside.
Yeah, she's a homebody.
She's sitting down in front of the TV, and this guy, I want to go have fun outside. I want to go. On my way going to the door, I'm looking at her like she's just sitting down there watching Telemundo. So I feel guilty in my heart. I feel guilty in my heart that am I going to leave her alone there watching TV by herself and I'm be gone?
Yeah.
Then I'll change my mind.
And you go and sit down. Now, how long do you want to do that for?
But in the right stance of those stuff, I'm actually somewhere downtown
Yeah.
having fun and saying, yeah.
But
now-
this is a place of individuality. I think a lot of us, and most especially women, okay, we think that because we're married now, we need to lose our individuality. Yes. I was still talking to a sister this morning. I said, women, we need to calm down from carrying men matter on our head like it's the end of the world for us. I mean, you can be a great wife, you can be awesome and everything without carrying man, to the point that you lose yourself in the marriage. And this is why when things happen, when something small happens, many of us cannot function anymore. I'm being serious because I've been there, so I can tell you guys, we can't function anymore. It's like our life has ended. How many of us have an issue to discuss with our husband? You are boiling and boiling. This man, he will just turn around and go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you're looking at him like, is he okay? Because they don't look at marriage like we look at it. Marriage comes with togetherness, but you guys still have some individuality.
Yeah. You guys are independent. too.
Yes,
You
of each other.
You have your friends, I have mine.
Nothing
Then
wrong with that.
We have
Common friends. Yeah.
When it's time, you see, it will help marriage if you kind of like let me go because I'll breathe. You breathe. When we come back, we're not putting too much pressure on each other. You see, when they say, "Oh, your husband's supposed to be your best friend," it doesn't mean I'm the only friend you have.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to be my best friend. Sorry. It's because there must be some things you will not understand. Because men want to provide solution, but it's not all the time. We don't want you guys to provide solution. Just
My wife said, wedding anniversary, she's going to actually go and wedding anniversary after.
Go ahead, Angelala. I like it.
And I said, cool.
Yeah.
You know, saying, actually, I was happy.
See?
Actually 3 days before they packed the bag and I left, I was kind of like really bubbling in my spirit. I was actually thinking of what I'm going to do. And I actually had a plan that, oh my God, by the time they leave, oh God, I'm going to...
You guys see how men
I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint the whole town.
You guys see how these men
That
think?
wherever she is, she'll be hearing stories. Now, she jumped inside the Uber and they drove her straight to the airport. And she called me one or twice. And
shit.
stuff. I was like, and then I went to the kitchen. I made a big bar with ogbono soup, and I finished eating it. I watched TV a little bit, and I'm not lying to you.
You started to miss your wife.
Within 30 minutes, I started looking for her.
See wahala. That's the problem. I was gonna go there.
I opened the old door. Every door in this house, I was opening doors, trying to see if she's in there.
That's where I was going. We talk about individuality. We're saying women should go out and have a life. But some of you, these men, are selfish. You guys want to go out when you want to, do your thing, but you want your wife to be not, she doesn't have that much liberty. Foul. It's not right. Because she's married to you does not mean her life ends and finishes with you. Actually, it helps for you to let that woman go out, have fun, be with her friends, sponsor her on a vacation. She's going to come back home rejuvenated.
Now, let me tell you the full story.
Okay, I want to hear.
So she took her bag and she traveled to Nigeria.
Left. Oh, shit.
I was there. First day I almost killed myself. Where's my wife? I don't even know where she is and stuff. The second day was crazy. So a week or two, she was in Nigeria for a week or two, and I was here. Then eventually I went down to Nigeria too to actually do something different. So she came from Ibadan to join me in Lagos. And the moment she saw me, she was just all turning blue and all kinds of stuff. I was like, I miss you now. I said, I don't miss you, though. How are you doing here?
She missed you.
Now, the moment you actually, if the two of you could have a break,
come on,
it helps. It will help.
Come on,
that part.
Yes.
That we have been losing. Okay, the sea finish is making the two of us to actually beat on each other's neck. Leave me alone. The moment she left, there's a part of me that is no longer functioning.
See,
I started missing that part of me.
Which is normal.
2 weeks. It was like 10 years.
Which is normal.
So the moment she saw me in Nigeria, she was turning blue. And then she was like, hugging me. I was like, I was trying to do shakara. But I didn't want to tell her that. I was going crazy also. And all kinds of stuff. Now, that was it. The one we got back, okay, I left Nigeria before her. I got back here. She came over to join me. When we got back, it was a brand new marriage.
Every time. You're rejuvenating
and I've been
the
so
marriage.
selfish. I've been so selfish. Me, I'm the one that will pick up my bag
and go
and travel.
Because
so when I'm traveling, I didn't know that this woman will open the door like I was opening the door to looking for me.
You.
Because where I'm going, I'm getting attention of ladies. Positionally, I was just enjoying the spotlight. So I go to the hotel, I will just take pictures with girls, I'll send it to her, I'll say, look what I found, look what, and then
she's home.
And she's home. So I now called my daughter, I was like, hey, I said, I want to kill myself. Say, why? I said, I'm looking for my wife. Say, hey, that's the thing where you travel too. I mean, I travel a lot. I always leave her in the house. Now, I could feel it. That when you separate.
So, Pastor Shola, what are you going to do differently? Since we're talking about it.
Yeah, for me, you know me that I'm kind of a guy, I'm actually always very truthful to myself.
Yeah.
I don't pretend about things. Now I see her in a different, from a different angle right now. I understand she cares about me. She loves me so much. If I'm going somewhere that I need to take her along, I definitely do that.
Yeah.
To go with me. If I don't, I'll quickly go and come back.
Yes.
To her.
So
and then whenever I travel, she complained about something. That, you see, when you get out of this house, that's the last time we hear your phone call. You not call. And I was like, but I'm busy. I'm always very busy. When I'm talking to people, so in my busyness,
you still find
time to call her and say, hello, how you doing? My sweetheart, I love you. I'll make her laugh, then I'll go. Before she will actually, she will love that, before she will miss it, I will quickly call back again, maybe at night, and check on her.
Thank you.
But formally, if I'm gone,
you don't look back.
No, I'm busy. I'm working.
Because you all are selfish. So you guys are selfish. Honestly, I mean, we cannot say this enough. Let's bring this back because I want us to dwell on this a little bit.
Yeah.
I think, and this goes for both men and women. We feel like the minute we go on that altar and exchange vows, we feel like, oh yeah, your life belongs to me. You belong to me. Now I own you. But guess what? If we do that, we're going to choke ourselves because we're taking away the individuality, and it should not be. Do you know why relationships thrive, why we feel like we're loving each other? Because we see each other and everybody goes their own way.
Yeah.
Right? And what we're doing is we're texting each other, hey, what you doing? How are you? But they're doing their thing, you're doing their thing.
Yeah.
That's why that love thrives. That's why we keep feeling that butterfly. And we're like, oh my God, I want to be with you forever. We now make that mistake and get married and want to choke each
And
other.
then we want to choke each other.
No.
The space is needed.
We need that space. That's why sometimes, and we're not giving any justification for cheating,
Yeah.
but that's why people go out and
you
look for
believe-
that excitement.
Men must cheat, Joe.
Men must cheat. So I lie. Humans can cheat. It is not a man thing.
It's man thing.
It is not a man
It's good
thing.
for a man to cheat. It fit DNA.
No, if it's good for a man to cheat, it's good for a woman to cheat.
Let's drink.
Let me drink. Cheers.
I don't agree, Joe. I don't agree with you. Why were you saying that?
I will say that because, again, it comes back to this thing about, women, we've been sold to believe so much in marriage. We give ourselves to marriage, right? Mm-hmm. But you guys fail to believe that we are also flesh.
Yeah.
We're also flesh.
Fit in now.
No. You see, the same way you are desiring that excitement, that new thing. Social media, the 2024 has made this new age has made it easier for us to be appreciated too by men from all walks of life. They might be deceiving us but we enjoy the attention too. My sisters, how many of you get all the highs, hellos, hey beautiful, hey gorgeous, how are you?
I know they will talk. How many
of you get that? We get that in
what is your problem? Why are you calling my name?
we get that too. So the only thing that keeps us is we decide that, okay, we want to stay faithful to this man.
Yeah.
But guess what? Like I said, times are changing, you guys. Men, forget it. I know you want to say something because
if I get to this point that I'm about to get to.
Oh yeah, get to it. Let's go. Let's go there.
We could go there. Women.
I will not agree for you on this one.
You don't have to agree for me. If you agree, you don't agree. I don't care. Okay. NSC is entering body. I'm telling you.
Let me check. Wait. You guys, I'm coming. Let me check my one.
Number 2, let me why. Okay. NSC body. Now, the issue is, let me tell you this. The very first time I met my wife,
okay,
she was all sweet and nice. And then she agreed to the whole stuff like, hey, will you date me and stuff? And everything was going right. You know, me as a pastor, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't wait until married day before I did the validation. Because I met my wife.
You were not a pastor then, though. You were not born again.
I wasn't born again.
You weren't born again. It's the one. Okay.
So don't judge me. And if you judge me, that's your problem. Now, the issue is this. At that point in time, she was all nice. Everything was going on. She would go to Lagos, buy me belt and jeans and shoes and everything.
Wow.
And she'll bring them to my house. Before I touch her like this, everything is where it's supposed to be.
Is that Pastor Lola? Yeah. Pastor Lola, come back and let's talk.
For real, I'm not kidding you.
How are you doing?
I'm not kidding you. Before you touch her like this, everything is on point.
Pastor Lola.
She will be the one to light my cigarette.
You raw?
Yeah. She will pour my drink for me.
That woman is your wife, man.
We will go to the club together to shoot pool and all that stuff. Now, we got born again as we got married. And Pastor Lola just became born again. She just born again.
Pastor Shola, but you became born again too.
Now, I balanced my born again.
You stopped smoking?
My born again is different. My born again is stop smoking, stop all those plans.
But you're still...
But the banging stuff, born again can't take banging from you.
Okay, let's go there.
We're going there.
Let's go there.
Women, you know what we want? The same thing you use in getting us. That's what you maintain us with.
Okay.
So you can't just trick me and put breast in my mouth outside and take the breast when I come inside.
And then you leave the breast to the children.
And
no, that's not good.
Right.
That's not good. That's not good.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
all right. So when we now do some crazy stuff, you now say, "Oh, that's not enough reason to cheat." That's like it is enough reason to cheat.
That's a delusion. Okay, let's go there. And Pastor Shola, we're going to make this very balanced because now you're coming from the.
I'm not balancing nothing.
From the side of men.
You are
being very, very selfish. Because I've heard many women also say their husbands have not touched them in 2 years. Like, what kind of evil is that?
And the husband need to come and train from me.
Like, no, because some of you men too feel like you married this woman, so she has become mommy Daniel and mommy Abigail, and she cannot have you cannot pin her on the wall, you cannot turn her over like you used to turn her over.
Why can't they call you mommy Abigail? Look at yourself dressed up.
No, I cannot be mommy Abigail. I'm a mom to 4 daughters, but
the ones that we call mommy Abigail, they are all the Rosaria.
Nah. I mean, Irosaya is very
One
sexy
one
actually.
native run ti bubu no work kiri.
Tying wrapper is very
Yeah.
sexy when you're shaking your yash. You have waist beads on. Ooh. But anyway, let's just be real,
Don't
guys.
seduce my audience, please. Don't be seducing my audience.
Honestly, let's talk. This is very important. I like that
Yeah.
we're having this conversation.
Yes.
Yes, let's talk to the women first, right?
Yeah.
Women, we need to do better. Okay?
Okay.
It's delusional for you not to fulfill certain rights, especially sex. We underestimate the power of sex in marriage. But if you think about it, what are these men going out to look for? Yeah, we can add all the extras, peace of mind. They make their
No. We look
income.
for two things.
Kenny.
Me, me, I'm looking for a rich woman.
No. Because no, that cannot be an excuse. Because there are many,
woman is not an excuse.
but there are many homes now that the women are making six figures steady, but the men are still cheating.
Yeah, but
So
because the women are giving it to their parents.
no,
They're not giving,
it's
they're not
not
giving
it.
it to the men.
Sherry, money does not do everything. Okay, that's why I always talk about sex. Women, we underestimate the power of sex in marriage. And it's not only about sex that you're laying there and just laying there.
And
No.
and know somebody.
No.
She will speak out.
We are talking about being involved in this sex. Yes, I know you are a mom. I know you are tired.
Who is this person saying you are blessed? She's not blessed. She's not speaking the truth. Though.
I am a mom to 4 daughters, but wallahi to lie, I will not joke with sex, so I die. Because I enjoy it.
Oh, I say, mommy.
It's beautiful. I mean,
Mom, you sir.
so we cannot underestimate it because it's delusional for you to deprive your husband of that and then say that's not enough justification. You are wicked. You are wicked. You are wicked somebody. You are very entitled.
Look at this person. This person is saying, he said no reason for both to cheat, even if you give peace of mind, cool, clean, financial stability, and person who won't cheat, the person who will cheat. No, I will cheat if I'm not happy.
You know, I hear that mindset, okay? And I hope you're not, that's not just your general thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There are some, when we talk about these cases, we cannot talk about extreme cases. Some people are extreme lost cases. We're not talking about those ones. We're talking about this because, trust me, as counselors, this is what we hear.
This is what we hear every day.
90% of the time. So when we are speaking, I beg you, sometimes drop that guard that you have and say, oh, whatever you do for a man, they'll still cheat.
Pastor Shola, I will follow you to the cross. This person is following me to the cross. I tell you, I'm speaking the mind for the boys here.
Yeah. So it's we cannot, it's very delusional for you to have that mindset. Whatever you do for a man, at least do it.
Yeah.
You might be that kind of woman that will say it's sex food. My sister, sex is food. Okay? We and men and women think alike. Yeah, thank God I've built myself up to a point where I don't joke with sex myself because however, that thing that man is going out to go look for, because you are depriving him. Today he'll tell you, hey, come babe, you'll be like, I'm tired. Tomorrow you'll be like, I have a headache. Next tomorrow, oh boy, this thing is plenty outside.
You see what I'm saying? Shion, let me give you this.
Yeah.
I have ego as a man.
Okay. I agree.
If I touch you now and you now say, I'll leave you alone. My ego will tell me to actually take cool down, do it tomorrow. I'll touch you tomorrow. My ego will tell me, say, I'll touch you, you say, I'm telling you before God and man.
You won't come back again.
I'm not coming back.
Period.
I'm not coming back.
Period.
And if I'm not coming back, and you as an African woman, you are not trained to demand for sex,
you will just die.
You're done.
And then you will not come back and tell me, oh, Sister Shion, he's married to me. He has no reason to cheat.
Yeah, you're done.
Lies.
You're done.
Lies.
Because
delusions.
The guy will want to do sex, but he doesn't understand, if I touch her right now, she's going to reject me. There's pain. Do you know the kind of pain of rejection? You know that pain of rejection?
Oh, I do.
That your body don't go inside the road.
I do, sir.
Your hand is vibrating. Your chest is pumping. Blood pressure is increasing. Your leg is vibrating.
And then the woman will say, "Will leave me."
And then you know what will happen to you? You know what will happen to you?
Yeah.
You just have hypertension. It's hypertension straight. You know that hypertension. When you now enter into hypertension, medicine no go fit you.
And guess what? Make I talk. Let me tell you guys the truth, right? Okay, I'm a single woman, not by choice. Well, it happened, life happened. But guess what? I'm enjoying my singlehood. Eh? If I tell you how many of your husbands are in my inbox, but
You know, why,
because
why are you releasing the secret of the boys?
no, I'm gonna say this, right? Because it's what it is. It's how it is, right? I personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I most of the time, or a majority of the time, I let my conscience lead. I have a conscience, and I'm just like, nah, I don't need this. I don't want this. This is not what I want. So I will turn them down. But not everybody has my conscience. And Igboro ti Darudi out here it has
Igboro-
scattered. Okay? Let me just be honest with you. If you need to get a sex therapist, get one. If you need somebody that will teach you, right? And this is considering that all things are healthy, Baba. So let's go there. Okay? Because a lot of times we just talk about, oh, women don't want sex, women don't want sex. But so many men have hurt their women, and the women have lost that attraction to even want to have sex with
That's
you.
not an excuse.
It is an excuse, and I will
No,
go
it's
there.
not, it's not,
Okay,
it's not
all
an
right.
excuse. Baola,
Okay.
when we fight, when there's situations and all kinds of stuff, that's the reason why the marriage counselors and the therapists and everybody is there. Let's
Okay.
sit down together and just we will fight and fight and fight until Jesus will come.
Yes, sir.
So you don't hold on to the past
Okay.
and expecting the future to be good.
Yes, sir.
So whatever is happening in your marriage, you have to be intentional about it. I don't want my marriage to go down, so I need to communicate.
Marriage takes forgiveness over and over.
Yes, that's what I'm
By
saying.
all means. But we cannot keep forgiving someone that doesn't even think that he committed sin.
What kind of measure are you putting into the whole thing?
Okay. I also don't want us to.
If you report him to his parents,
Okay.
that's not right.
No.
You report him to your parent, that's not right. You report him to your pastor, that's not right. You report him to his friends, that's not right. It's not going to make anything better.
Okay, sir.
Because you see, for men, they always want their secret under closed door.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Call a counselor. I need you to talk to both of us.
Okay.
The guy will listen, even though men don't like counseling. But when you call them up and say, well, your wife came and I think I need to hear your part of the story, they will give you the audience because they know, I don't know this guy.
Baba, can I shock you and can
Shock
I come
me.
from an angle?
Shock me.
Do you know that before a woman takes the matter outside to somebody else,
Yeah.
she has tried?
No, she has not. You see, a lot of these women that you're looking at right now, the very first person they will call is say, hello, pastor. The devil has visited my house. I am in trouble. I am fasted. That's what they do. They come and be calling pastors. And you know that men don't like pastors.
Okay,
We
Pastor
don't like
Baba,
pastors.
trust me when I say they might have tried to talk to the man.
Talk.
But like I said, in your Kuringba, you men, you don't want to be challenged. You don't want to listen. You don't even see
you
your
need-
wife as
you
your woman as
need-
valuable
You
anymore.
need to know the time to talk to us.
Okay, I'm listening. Yeah, maybe we can learn. Okay.
Now, don't forget about the pressure from my job.
Yeah.
It's there. When I'm coming from work and I'm frowning, I'm sad, it's not you. It's from work.
Okay.
The pressure of bill is there for me.
Okay. Okay.
The pressure of my friends are actually leaving me behind is there.
Okay.
Okay, I need to catch up with my friends. They're buying houses, they're buying Range Rover, and I'm still here driving a Toyota Camry. That pressure is there for me.
Okay.
I'm angry. I couldn't give you the kind of life that you should have.
So, Baba, what I'm hearing is this. You're saying that men, it's not that you don't want to listen. We women have to pick the time, that we bring it on.
So when you
And
see
I'm
your
hearing-
guy, when you
okay.
see your guy going through all of this stuff, it's not because of you. You are not the one that offended him because it's coming with pressure from outside.
Okay.
The bill and all kinds of stuff. Now you guys you're looking at him and then you cook his best meal.
Okay.
My wife, whenever my wife offends me, she can't say sorry. Right. She'll go and cook a 40 roll with ede, with mama, with everything coming out of it. That is my wife's. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I always want her to offend me.
Because she can't cook for
because
you.
the soup will be different on that day. So after that stuff,
Yeah.
you see, after cooking my best meal, after feeding me, and I'm sitting down, I'm happy a little bit, and I'm turning the TV, you can sit next to me and rub my tummy or rub my head. Do you know a lot of African people, you don't touch each other. They don't touch. You see, it's very important. And then you rub my head, you sit with me, and you ask me about my day, and I tell you, my day is bad. this up is happening, and da 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 da. Da. She'll be able to understand what I'm going through.
Okay.
That's what the side chick would do to us.
Yeah.
The side chick will actually sit down with you, hold you, and ask you, how was your day? I said, it's not good. And then the side chick will put your head on the breast. Say,
okay. So thank you for saying that. Okay, and I will step back a little bit
step back,
because
and
I
let's
also
go.
want
They
to.
are agreeing with me. They say, Pastor,
No, no,
100%.
I also want to push back a little bit
Push back,
to
you cause
women.
you.
No, no, to women. Like,
Alright.
okay, I get it sometimes too, but I think I also hear this, right? Because we're very emotional, we want to get what we want to get out there quick, quick, quick. Okay, so I've been waiting for him to come home. Oh. So whenever, as soon as he comes home, you're having an attitude. You
Yeah.
don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Guess what? It will not want to come back another time.
No.
When it thinks of home, it thinks of home as stressful.
Yeah.
Again, it's putting a lot of burden on us, okay? Because again, we are in this together, oh, honestly. Because this marriage is two people.
Yeah.
I want men also to be sensitive to our women. A lot of times, to women, we tolerate a lot. Okay, and we get to the point where we've tried to talk. You might say we didn't use the right approach, but you guys sometimes you block us out too because you've seen us. You men too see finish don't enter sometimes.
You need to know that one.
Why do men too see finish their wives too though?
It is natural.
Okay, so then that means it's natural for us to treat you two guys like the way we treat you.
You see, two wrongs cannot make it right.
Oh gosh, okay, Pastor Shola, I need a drink.
Yeah, you need a drink. Two wrongs cannot make it right. Now, one thing I want you to look at is this, Sean, and I want the other ladies to listen also. There's this testosterone in us. Steve Harvey wrote a book. He said, "Think like a man," right?
Yeah.
You need to actually get the testosterone into yourself to understand me.
Right.
Now, there are different hormones in your body too. When you are on your period, there's a way you react.
Yes, sir.
And then sometimes when you get to menopause, there's a different way you react.
We have
too.
hormones.
So I need to understand you too.
Okay.
So both of us supposed to understand each other as in like, this is who you are. As a woman, this is what will happen.
How many men understand what you just spoke about, Pastor?
I do.
Well, how many men understand it?
Let me tell you a story.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My wife actually turned 55.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble because she's turned 55. Why will I be in trouble because my wife is turning 55? Is it supposed to be I'm in trouble?
Yeah.
But the issue is that my wife will wake up on one side today and she'll be like, whoa, happy. And then she'll wake up on the other side and be like, I'll be telling myself, what have I done? What is that I've done? What have I done? I didn't do nothing.
Oh,
It's just the hormone in the body of this woman.
right.
And it happens to me too. I may go to sleep and I wake up the next day, I just frown my face.
But hormones drive us crazy,
Yeah, you
Like,
guys.
ooh.
So it took me some time to understand this menopause. Okay. Now what I do is when I wake up, I go to the bathroom and look at myself in the mirror. I say, Shola, I pity your life today. I don't know what side of the life you will wake up to. Let's just go out there and be gentle. So I'll just go outside and I'll just be waiting. I'll be waiting for Mama to wake up. So by the time she'll wake up, she'll go and say, good morning. I'll say, how well? Oh, you're kicking right? So I understand that stuff. I understand that part of it, but you're kicking. And sometimes it might be like she'll just go straight to the kitchen, not greeting me. She'll go pam, 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 pam.
And you two stay in your own
I
lane.
just turn the CNN on.
Pastor Shola, God bless you for saying that.
Yeah, the CNN.
You know the reason that I listen to you, right? What you have just done, it didn't just happen overnight. It takes intentionality.
Yeah,
You've
I studied
decided
that.
that, you know what? Let me study this woman.
I studied the
You know what some other men will do? Because yes, I will talk to you men, right? I love men. Me, I'm for men. I'm a pick me. They call me a pick me. However, I understand that if we want marriage to thrive, we cannot just be hounding women, and devoid men of any accountability.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that has gone on for too long.
Too long.
That men got used to not being,
Accused of anything.
challenged,
Yeah,
held
challenged, yeah.
accountable.
Yeah.
Men, you have a role. What I am finding out, Pastor Shola, is this. A woman, when you see a woman who comes in and say, oh, I've been married for 28 years and my marriage is just happy. I'm the happiest ever. And she really means it. Go and check the temperament of that man. A lot of that success of that marriage has to do with that man.
Yeah.
It takes a man who
He's
has,
a leader.
he's the leader, who has worked on himself to be intentional. I think over the years, we've put a lot of burden, and the success of the marriage is on the woman.
Yeah.
And a wise woman builds her home. What that has done, it has made some of you men to just relax and feel like you don't have any work to do.
Yeah.
Your woman, it needs to be studied and understood also. One thing I want to say is this: women sometimes are not crazy. We want to push the narrative that women are crazy, they are
Yeah.
but most of the time, women are responding to certain things.
Yeah.
And rather than say, oh, let's just sweep it under the carpet, you need to, the power is in your hands
It's in
as
your-
men sometimes
yeah.
to get us out of that mood.
Every time.
And you guys think that, oh, we are complicated. Sometimes all we need is just you putting us together and saying,
Yeah.
Mabi, no, I'm sorry.
Do you-
Sometimes that's all we're looking for.
Do you know? Do you know it's possible for me not to get sex for the next 3 months in my house?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get mad.
Right.
You know why? I understand why she's not interested in doing it.
Look at that.
Probably she's going through one emotional breakdown. You know, she's having challenges as far extended family,
Yeah.
work, and whatever. Or probably she's sick. I'm not gonna because of that say, okay, I'm gonna go and cheat outside. I just have to talk to myself.
Yeah.
I tell myself, Madame is not feeling too good right now. You're going to have to talk to yourself. We need you right now to make Madame happy and good. Okay. Secondly, okay, when I look at marriage, growing up, I saw my dad would cook. Even though he was a tough guy, he was a tough guy, but he would still cook.
My dad cooked.
He was still clean.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I got married to my wife, I looked at her and said, okay, if I want this woman to actually service me in bed at night,
I have to help
I
out.
need to help this woman during the day to relieve her from the stress and
Pressure.
everything.
Yes.
So my daughter, I'm going to put my daughter on my chest. There's this stuff, the monkey stuff you put the baby into. I'll put my daughter inside and I'll go to the market to buy fish
Wow.
because she was the one going to work. So I go buy fish, I come back to the house and cook.
Wow.
And then take care of everything. By the time she get back from work, she'll eat. And then she'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
I would drop the baby with her, then I go to church.
Right.
When I get back and I touch her, she's ready for me.
She's ready to go.
Yeah.
right.
So moving into the US, I'm kind of like, okay, the best thing for me to do is just to understand the whole process. All right? Help your wife. She's going to be good.
She will.
You have already done your best, what you need to do to help her out. She will never forget that you have done what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Now, if I carry my key right now and say I'm going out, she'll just say goodbye.
She said bye because she's okay. She's satisfied.
Yeah, she'll just say goodbye.
Yeah, marriage
All
is
right.
for two people. A lot of times, too, we always push it and say, oh, side chicks do this, but let me push this out to you guys. Side chicks, most of the time, don't have the responsibilities your wife has. Okay?
They do.
No. Baba, you know me, I would try
They
to make
do.
this as balanced as
You
I
know
can.
me, I'm going to balance this out
We
too.
do. Yeah.
you balance your own, I balance my
Okay, we
own.
balance my own because me take
Because my side, you know my side chick?
Who's it? You don't have a side chick. So most of the
My
time.
imaginary side chick.
Okay, let me say this, okay? Imagine I'm a side chick to a man right now.
Uh-huh.
My kids are grown.
You'll be a good side chick.
Yeah, I will be a good side chick, because my daughters are in college. My younger ones, my mom is helping out. So I really don't have much going on at work, right? But if I know that my man is coming who doesn't belong to me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go extra mile to make sure he feels at home because I want him to come back next time.
Let
So
me-
I don't have no kids running around that I'm going to
Let me
take
paint
care
the
of.
picture of a side chick to you.
Paint a picture, sir.
Let me
Listen.
paint the picture of a side chick to you. All right? A side chick is actually someone that we call the savior of men. That's our Jesus. Now, a side chick, all you need to do is just to call her, I'm coming to your place.
Thunder fire side chick. Thunder fire side chick. Okay, let's go.
Why are you causing side chick? There's so many side chicks watching you now. Side chick are watching you.
Well, I'm cooking single anyway, by the way, but my ex-husband had side chicks. He had side chicks.
Is that what you're angry? That's what you're angry. Side chick are watching this
Someone
stuff.
send your address.
Don't be calling side chick now. You don't.
Thunder fire side chicks.
Side chick
All
may
of
have
my ex-husband side chicks. I see you. I know all of you. I'm coming for your husbands now that I'm
Side chick
single.
are the one buying me badges. Why are you doing this now?
No worry. Sorry, Pastor Shola.
Apologize to side chicks.
Thunder fire you.
Yeah. They're not gonna buy me. They're not gonna buy. They're not gonna buy nothing for me again. His side chicks are the one buying things for me.
Who said I was not on a side chick? I was never a side chick. But now I'm single. The only people should not tempt me because my ex-husband has side
Somebody
chicks.
said I need a therapist, please. All right,
All right, let's
now
go.
let me bring the picture of the side chick to you. All you need to do is just to call the side chick, say,
Right.
"Hey, babe, I'm coming." You know what the side chick is gonna do
I'm so
when
crazy.
you say, "I'm coming"? You know what she's gonna do?
Yeah,
This side chick is gonna clean up the whole house,
they will.
and then she won't ask you what you're gonna eat because she
She'll
knows.
have variety.
Yeah, what you gonna eat? She'll prepare the whole stuff. And then guess what? When you get to the house, she doesn't have a roll and buba or whatever.
Yeah.
She's gonna have this
Her bum
transparent.
shorts.
Yeah, you
And
know what I'm saying?
transparent outfits.
She
Yeah.
want to ginger your swag. So the moment you walk in the house, she's handing you a towel.
Yeah.
And you're going straight to the bathroom and freshen up. And you come out and you sit down, you eat. Actually, she's gonna spoon feed you
Oh, shit.
the food, rubbing your head. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you guys will come. She will get a bottle of wine or NSC ready and sit down. This woman is not giving you stress, no pressure, nothing.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at you and say, "Oh, Shola, you're stressed. What happened?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, my wife is crazy, man. I said, leave that woman alone. Just she will, and at the end of the day, you don't have to beg for sex. She knows that our responsibility is that let's go to the bedroom, let's do something.
But the Lord is saying you to you.
You must come in, and then you. That person is not a good person. Leave that person alone. So you could. What is the name of the person? You don't give you pressure.
But I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
And then he'll take you to the room and take care of you. A side chick would never say, "I don't want to do blowjob." The wife don't know how to do blowjob.
Do blowjob, Bo. Put that in your mouth.
The wife will not surrender their plate to be licked.
Surrender. Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Open up. Take care of it. Let them go down. Okay, I'm coming. But you guys now know that, okay. We need to, because again, Pastor Shola, if we're going to fix this problem, okay,
Let's fix it.
we cannot approach it from one side. All right, we need to also understand that we cannot, no matter how much we want to compare, we cannot really compare the responsibilities the wife has to keep the home compared to what the side chick. Side chick doesn't have any responsibility to keep
They
your
got
home.
kids.
They got kids. They can have their own kids, but trust me, they'll make arrangements.
Yeah,
right?
they do that, yeah.
So maybe we need to learn from side chicks some things they do. However, you guys expect more from us sometimes.
All what we want. You know what we want?
What?
Be my side chick.
Okay. All right, women.
You know, that's all. Is it all of this stuff I'm shouting and yelling and saying all day? What I'm asking you women to do is just be my side chick.
Yeah, and I don't see anything wrong with that, Pastor Shola.
Let me come to the house and
What's up?
see you the way I've never seen you before.
We can actually be our husband's side chicks.
My wife got
I
this.
agree.
There's this oil. My wife has got this oil. I don't know where she got it from. But this oil will be on the pillow everywhere in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That when you lie down on the pillow,
You smell it. It's an aphrodisiac. Yeah, it turns you on.
that stuff will make you want to slap your mommy. You see, that stuff is so strong that when you walk into the room, I'm telling you, when you walk into the room, that's what you smell it, and you feel like, yeah, I want to have sex right now. When you go to the bathroom, that stuff is there too.
That's nice.
So women should learn to actually get things that will turn their men on. The window's supposed to be blocked. The light's supposed to be blocked. Inside of the bedroom supposed to be clean.
Yeah.
And the place is actually conducive to making love.
I love it. I agree. That part I will agree with. And this is where I want to talk to my sisters heart to heart. And if you guys know, I'm trying so hard to, speak from your point of view because you're listening again. I've joked about it. I can joke about it now because I've healed, I've dealt with it. But when I found out, right, that my ex-husband had plenty women, that man did not have one
Plenty.
woman, no.
Plenty
Had
women.
Plenty. In fact, I was like an animal. At one point, I was emailing one woman to the other. I'm like, but that was the only thing I knew to do. So yeah, I have been there. Don't think, oh, you don't know what it is. I know what it means. I know what it means to see that your man is giving attention to another woman while you're married to him. I know what it means. He actually looked me in the face one time and said, well, she has, yeah, she's my woman. She has what it takes. She has what I've been looking for in a woman. Me. After 14 years of marriage,
Yeah.
I'm carrying your fourth child in my stomach. And now you're not telling me she has. So I've been there. So we've talked about some challenges that we face as women. However, let's talk about how complacent we get as women.
Yes.
We do get complacent.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we lose our men to women that we can equally do the same thing that they do. I'm telling
Actually, you're
you,
even better than those women
there's
outside.
nothing a side chick can offer your husband
That you
can't.
Yeah.
Bah, and take it from me. I'm a 44-year-old woman. I have 4 children, okay? Right? So if I'm speaking like this, trust me, it all takes changing your mindset. And I think the problem is this: we feel like, oh, taking care of our men and just paying special attention to certain things is too much for us, but it's not too much. Right? Making your bedroom conducive,
Yeah.
turning your candles. How many of you turn on candles in your room?
They don't. They won't. They just be angry. They are only angry and say, you cheated last year.
How many of you are very particular about the kind of bed sheet that we lay
No,
in
they
our
don't care
bed?
about that one. They just
How many times do you? How many of you are your room is all cluttered with clothes all over the floor?
Oh my
And
baby,
bed, you
the
know,
wardrobe. You can't
come
close the wardrobe.
on,
You put black will be
right,
hanging on the door of the stuff.
right. So
Pattern inside the bathroom.
it takes
Not even good
intentionality.
pattern is period part.
It
Period part.
takes
Period pattern inside the bathroom.
it takes a little bit more intentionality.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, and I know there will be extreme men. Some women will tell me there's nothing you do to a man, he'll still cheat. But trust me, men are not animals.
No.
Too. Men are not crazy, right? Sometimes it takes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, take good care of ourselves. I'm not exactly a skinny woman, but I just know how to package myself right. I know the right things to wear.
Body magic.
I know, but no, I don't even like what body
Body
magic.
magic.
Basishola. I know the right underwear to wear when I'm in the house, and sometimes I don't even wear no underwear. You know, yeah, Basishola, I will say the truth. You know,
Holy Ghost fire.
you talked about it all right now. You have to know certain oils that you put.
Yes.
Right? You have to know how to really take good care of yourself. These women on the outside just go extra mile, but we have the ability. Oh, they ride. You can ride too. You can ride too. There's nothing stopping you from riding.
Is that what?
Yes, this woman.
Hello. Nigerian women will eat pounded yam in the morning, pounded yam in the afternoon, eba at night. They will come become big. Belly will come like this. How can they ride?
Intentionality, my sisters, though. I beg. You can ride. Oshay.
They cannot ride. They will
You
choke the
can
man.
put that stuff in your mouth, you know,
Huh?
and
Okay.
go
Yeah.
down.
Yes.
You know,
Will that one stop God from answering your prayer?
it will not. It will not. It's actually worshiping. That's the best form of worship. You
That's
can have.
microphone. Microphone
That's
check,
the
check.
best kind of worship. Your man is about to step out of the house, call him back inside and pull things down. And, you know, I mean, but again, we get complacent. You're now Mommy Joanne and Mommy
Actually,
Jolene.
Sean, can I be truthful to you?
Yes, sir.
60% of men will not cheat if their wife becomes freaky.
Get freaky, y'all. You can come and reach out to me. I'll teach you how to be freaky, guys.
No, I'm not lying. You see, African women, they will tell you sex today, there will be no sex in the next 2 weeks. Because I'm angry. You're pushing your husband outside and you think you're helping yourself. You see, there will be problem in marriage. All you need to do is just to talk about it. And when you finish talking about it, forgive and move on. Don't mess up your marriage because of nothing.
Yeah.
Your friends that you're talking to outside, they're telling you, "Magba nonsense, oh, magba nonsense, oh." They are taking more than nonsense in their own homes. And that's why they're keeping their home together.
Yeah.
So, I've seen a lot in my life, man. And you see, so,
There's a particular sister here, and I hate to focus on you. I wish you can just reach out to me because I feel like you do need some support.
oh, you mean it's like, I am Amy, I'll be something.
Yeah, that said they will still cheat.
I've been seeing all our
You
messages
do
and
feel
stuff.
like you're gonna need some extra
Yes,
support.
she will need.
And I don't blame you, right? That mindset.
Can I get that cup, please?
Yes, sir. Please, I need a refill. Thank you. NSC.
I'm
No
not the one
worries.
giving. It's
We're
ah,
saying,
it's
we're
not
saying.
it's Coke, yo.
Okay, yeah, sorry, it's Coke. Sorry. How many of you sit down and drink with your husband, Smakba? How many men actually sit down and drink with your wives? Because we're making this, I want to make it balanced. Again, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on our women. How many of you men also see your women as desirable? How many of you men also say, you know what, babe, let's go shopping today. This is what I like on you. Let's go.
Wow.
Let me go put it on. Let me go buy it for you. This is how I want you to get dressed, right? Yeah, we put burden on women, but honestly, let us work together. Born again, born again. I'm not saying nobody. Listen, I'm spiritual, okay? I'm spiritual, but I swear to God, I would do what it takes to keep my man. And I'm not even joking. Right now, just like marriage is no longer not priority to me because I'm working on a lot of goals. However, I have the tricks, I have what it takes, right? And I'm learning. And this is somebody that was married for 18 years, okay? So I know now, like I did, one thing I'm very intentional about, I will never say no. And I mean it. You can say, oh, Sister Sharon, you
You
don't know
never
what
say
to
no
do.
to
I
what?
will never say no to
To what?
sex. Lie, I'm sorry.
And when you're tired,
Is intentionality. I would never say no. Lie. Okay, babe, let's. You know why though, Pastor Shola? You know why? I enjoy the benefits of sex though,
okay.
and I don't
What are the
depend.
benefits of sex?
I enjoy orgasm,
Orgasm.
good orgasm. I enjoy compatibility. It's just the connection. It's a different level of connection. I love the
Yeah.
touch. I love all of that. I enjoy it.
See, for us, man,
Huh?
sex will make our brain function well.
Yup. Yup.
We will be relaxed, we'll focus, and eventually we'll make a lot of money.
Me too. Me too. I'm that way. I'm not a man.
These people don't know.
I'm not a man.
It's the only night BG they go to. They only
Sex
night.
freeze, orgasm freeze your head. You see women, some of you be saying, why is the floor on the floor? You say, like, you don't, they've not serviced you well. Right?
As
So,
you are spiritual, can you give your husband head? Yeah.
really? That's
Yeah.
a different level of worship. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You don't get me started.
I don't understand.
I
Don't
will
stop.
give my
Don't even stop.
husband head.
What is
I
head? What
love
is
to do it. I'll put his device I'm protecting your YouTube channel, Pastor Shola. You know
no,
me, I
no, no,
know.
no, don't let my YouTube blow
I
up.
will put your penis, my husband's penis dick in my mouth.
You you
I will
you call two different
kneel
names or three.
I will kneel down and I will worship that
You
dick.
worship that.
Yes, because guess what? It's also turning me on as I'm worshiping it. Like it's a different level of, and you're looking at him and you're like, okay, I feel my reaction. But don't get me started. Okay?
It seems like
So,
NSC is talking.
let's go home. Let's go home. Well, let me answer that question. Why did he still cheat? All right, so
Somebody say God bless you.
I'm gonna be very, very honest here, sis. Okay, it took me divorce to get to this point. All right, if I knew some things that I knew now, maybe that wouldn't have happened. Not saying was not what he was, but trust me, I'm saying a good part of learning after divorce and healing is
Yeah.
understanding what you might have done better. Let me tell you something, because I like to be honest. Back then, I was a wife, a Nigerian wife, in a lot of ways, right? Because sometimes I know when my oga wanted some, he'll go and put on this particular cologne. When I smell that thing, I run into the bathroom. And I'm going to stay in the bathroom for hours.
Why? Why? What's that?
Sex. I'm like, whoa,
So the cologne is kind of like.
Ogbeni, I'm tired, Joe.
Ah.
Like, I don't want.
Actually, I bought one of those colognes.
Right. You did.
Yeah, it's coming. Amazon is sending it to me.
When I smell that cologne from downstairs like that, I'll be like, Jesus.
Like, oh,
Oh
man, it is
my
better.
God. And I'm tired. And guess what? At that point, what I should have done is talk to my head and say, babe, how long would this thing take? 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Max. But guess what, my people
What's 30 minutes?
30 minutes gone. Boy, it's plenty.
What's 30 minutes? What? Sex?
Sex. Yeah.
No, that's quickie.
30 minutes.
That one is quickie. That's quickie.
No,
30
but I
minutes is
mean,
quickie.
1 hour is great. But I'm saying what I'm saying is, if worst case scenario, you can. It's understanding that matters. If you're really tired, you can make him understand, babe, I'm tired, but you know what?
Do you know when you start?
Right.
By the time you start the stuff,
You
you won't be
even
tired
get
anymore.
exactly. I'm telling you guys, I'll run into the bathroom and I'll go and stay there, like let him fall asleep, let him fall asleep. And then sometimes when I get to bed, the guy will wake up, I'll be like, oh Lord, and I'm sure he can see it in my whole reaction, my body.
Yeah.
That is not sexy to a man. That turns him off. But guess what? While I'm doing all of that to him and saying no, Jare, whatever, when he goes downstairs to the basement to work, Auntie Side Chick is waiting for him. Like, babe, I've been waiting on you.
Chill. So some of these guys will actually just go to the basement and they just go and masturbate.
And they go and wank. Yeah.
Yeah, and they watch porn. They watch porn and then they do. And it's just unfair.
So when you hear me saying now that I will never say no, I'm learning. I took lessons from what I could have done correctly, and right now I will never change. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's quick. It's beautiful.
Marriage is all about understanding, acceptance.
Yeah.
Be a mature person that
Yeah.
you know everything. You know what you want in a woman. And you see, one thing I see is, or one thing I believe is that I see a lot of beautiful women, sexy women all around the place. But when I see them, I come to the house, I put my wife into that situation like that. And she'll fit it. She'll fix into that stuff, fit into that stuff and stuff. You know, I remember there was a day I came home and I said to my wife, I said, I am tired of missionary. And she was like, so which one do you want now? You know her now? Like, which one? Yeah. Because how are you facing? Touch your toe, you. How are you facing? Touch your toe. You know, but she's the kind of person that is always willing to learn.
Yeah.
For you to keep your marriage together, you must be open to learning.
You must be willing to learn. Yeah.
You have to. You see, a lot of us, we are stuck with this religion that we believe everything is wrong. Everything is not biblical.
Yeah.
Now, I've been able to train my wife to understand that God has given us this marriage, and whatever we do inside of our bedroom is what God has given us to do.
Yeah.
So every time I come to the house, to the bedroom with a different idea,
she takes it on.
She takes it.
That's what's up. That's beautiful.
So like,
we must be
let's
willing
do it.
to learn. And I'm hoping that men too are willing to learn, okay? Because again,
Yeah.
hopefully we're making this. There's a reason we're doing this, guys.
Yeah.
Pastor Shola and I come from different angles a lot of times, but our goals are the same. Our goals is we want to work towards, because marriage is a beautiful thing, and we have that understanding. I was married for 18 years. I unfortunately went through divorce, but it's all good. I still will get married if I ever get to that point, right? Like, I'll do it again. Honestly, I will do it again. It just has
I'm going to be the one to hand you over and say, who is giving this lady out in marriage? I'll be like, me.
I would do it again. Marriage is beautiful.
I'm giving you up to a pastor.
Whatever.
Huh?
You can give me up to a pastor, but the pastor better be freaky. The pastor better be willing to have sex before it goes on the pulpit every Sunday.
Of course,
because I'm gonna F him before it goes on the pulpit, so he can preach
right.
right.
We do it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll instruct him
so that he can block his eyes from all those girls coming to open their legs on the altar. We gotta
If the girls open their leg on the altar, we'll just look away.
He will just look away because I've serviced him well. All right, so I do hope that, honestly, jokes aside, I hope that men also are willing to learn as we're talking about this. We're talking about this from a man's point of view, woman's point of view, so that we can make our marriage better. It will not help anyone, right, to just keep putting pressure on one person and the other person feels like I don't have to do a lot. Because the minute you feel like you don't need to grow anymore, you're going to stop growing.
You're going to stop growing.
And your marriage will still fail.
Yeah.
And I know that you are here today because you don't want your marriage to fail. There might be great things out there. There might be fun out there.
I want the pastor.
You want the pastor.
Nobody wants the pastor here.
You know? We have to learn to work together and be willing to change from both the man and the woman's point of view. We can't be putting pressure on one person. And I think a lot of now, the coin is flipping, Baba. Are you noticing that? I think women now are like, I don't want to do anything anymore. It's the men. So even when we are teaching you certain things, you've blocked. Yes, this is Sheon Obajalu. What happened? What happened?
They don't catch you. They say, I swear to God, this is it. Now, Sheon.
You know your voice. You know her voice when you're sleeping.
Now, Sheon.
Hi, brother.
What I see is that we have medical school, law school.
Yes, sir.
but we don't have relationship school.
All
Now, people
right.
must learn this stuff. I always tell men this as we wrap it up, that as a leader, you must actually go to leadership school.
Right.
You cannot lead without knowing the act of leading.
Yes, sir.
Even as a woman, also, you have to do the same.
Right.
You see, getting married is easy, but staying married is a problem.
Absolutely.
We men, we go by what we see. What do you guys go by? What
We
you
go
hear,
by
right?
emotions, with feelings, emotions, what we hear, what we, yeah.
And your emotion could fool you, right?
Yes, it can.
All right. And what we see could fool us too. All right. The issue is that you will always see someone that is actually more beautiful, more sexier than
Then your wife.
Your wife. But because you pick that person to be your wife,
Right.
all you need to do is just to look away and focus. The Bible says, let the breast of your wife satisfy you.
Yeah.
All right. You know, you will always find other breasts that will be better than your wife, but that's a covenant right there. We must not overlook that part of covenant. That the moment you go to the altar and say, I do, it becomes a covenant.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it possible to marry wrong? Yes. You marry a wrong person,
Yeah.
but do you know I can marry a wrong person and make it right?
Yeah. We can.
The Bible
If we are
says,
patient and
the
intentional.
Bible says you can do all things
Through Christ who
through
strengthens
Christ.
you.
That means your patience must actually go out of the roof, and you must be observant, and you must actually be humble to get to learn about that other person to be able to work the marriage.
Absolutely.
In 2024, I don't want to talk about divorce.
Yeah, we're tired. We're tired of it. Honestly, as counselors, we're tired of divorce. The past few years, and thank you for bringing this up, sir. I have a burden and an ache in my spirit. The past few years, I was very vocal about, because of the injustices, because of what people have done, because of how people are really treating the institution of marriage with so much levity, with so much, like it doesn't really matter, disrespect. I always said, if you cannot make your marriage healthy, then stop wasting your time, each other's time. And I've said, everybody, go your separate ways. However, at this point, we are tired of divorce.
We're tired of divorce.
And the reason we're tired of divorce, Pastor Shola, we happen to be meeting people who want to be connected, or singles. I want a husband. I want a husband. I want a husband. And we're finding it's actually now even working more to our disadvantage, and it's everyone. Now men no longer want to get married because they have this illusion of options. I'm going to tell you, you men have an illusion of options. You have an illusion of options because you feel like, oh, there's plenty of women everywhere. You have access to women in Australia, in Nigeria, in America, plenty women. However, you never really know what a woman is capable of or what she is, so you now commit to her, then you see her true colors.
Yeah.
Illusion of options. It makes you not value what you have in the house.
Yeah, but now we actually we have answer to that.
What's the answer, sir?
We're not getting married.
Men don't want to get married.
All what we want is just friendship.
Men don't want to get married.
Live in your house, I live in mine.
And women, we constantly are looking for marriage. At least majority of us.
Do you stay in your house? I stay in my house. When I need you, I call you. When you need me, you call me.
It's really sad. It's really sad. It's really
And
sad.
you see, another thing is that women are buying husbands these days. The women are the one buying cars for men, clothing them, paying their rent, giving them money. And that's what women are doing. Because
You hear me, Baba. I don't know if you've been hearing me recently. I'm always like, men are the prize. Women don't like when I say that. Men are the prize. You know why? Because all these mouths people are making, it's still you fellow women. The things you guys do for men. Hey, the things you guys do to catch a man. I just be looking at you like, yeah. Hey, I can't do this. I can't do that. But where women are, the length, Pastor Shola, the length women are going right now for men. Jesus of Nazareth. You see that next sister on that page telling you, oh, my sister, don't mind him. She's silently waiting for your husband.
Your
and
husband.
she will take him.
Of
Neat.
of
That's
course.
that's the world we're in right now.
One
Don't
lady,
let
one
anybody
woman
steal
called
you.
one woman called me.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Pastor Charlotte. I say yes. You know how to call my name. Like the thing will enter my brain.
I saw you do be dressing like your pastor. What is this?
Shola. Actually, Shola.
Uh-huh.
I was like, no, Shola. No, Shola. It's okay. Um, I'll give you $20,000.
Wow.
I was like, hey, that's a good one. It's made you go on no like with $20,000. Like
For what?
I said, that's great, that's great. I said, okay, all I need is just we be friends. I said, that's good. I said, any condition attached to it? I said, yes. I said, what is the condition? It's like, once in a while, you just make me happy, I make you happy. I was like, I like that, I like that. I can use scripture to make you happy. Let me tell you this.
Oh,
Can I be truthful?
yes, sir.
She gave me 10,000 first.
Word.
I collected it.
Word.
Ìgbé ni fún ẹni tí a fún tí kò gbà. Owó inú ọ̀rá ni. So I collected it. And stop. And then, you know what she now said? She now said, you have to come to Maryland to collect the 10,000.
Oh, bad chick.
So I was like, wow. Obìnrin igbó kọjá àkọ́tún moro. So now it's a bait now. She gave me 10,000 first. Now using the other 10,000 as a bait, you come collect it.
When I tell you women we're wise, you see, and that's the thing. We call the women ete. Women have what we call ete, which is wisdom, sneaky wisdom. And if we have the sneaky wisdom to do the bad things, I know we have the wisdom it takes to work our homes.
Yeah, but they won't use that. They won't use it on that.
But we'll use it when we get out here. Let me tell you the truth, guys. I'm an advocate for healthy marriages. However, if you can fix your marriage.
Come on, pay your title, Pastor. I'm not paying no title.
That's a tight, man. If you can fix whatever it takes to fix your home, both man and woman right now.
Let's do it.
Fix it. The streets are not smiling. Okay, men, you might think, oh, you guys have options, you have plenty of women. The length some women are going to right now. Pastor Shola, women are using voodoo of all levels
Let
now.
them use voodoo on me. Are they
Voodoo.
going to give me money?
I'm going to come back. I'm going to
going?
come to that. Huh?
They give me money when
I don't. I mean, it depends on the ones that you go to. Some women don't need your money. It's not about your money. They
they give me money.
They just want you to
do what?
Listen to their orders. They want you to be at their mercy. At their
I like that. But are they going to be paying? Will they be paying?
They won't. They will take care of you. They will take care of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There was a thing that they showed. Some women, they put frogs in their thing. Literally put a frog in her thing, and the goal is to be able to capture all the men that she meets. So
somebody's asking, do you regret getting divorced?
I was gonna come to that question. Do I regret it? Because of the circumstances that surrounded my own, what led to my divorce. No, I don't regret it. Do I have moments when I think about, you know what, this is lonely. I'm lonely. When I feel sad.
You're not lonely, you lonely.
Wait.
Do you that have like 50,000 men running after you? Lonely for where?
But do you want me to be true to your audience, or you want me to lie to them?
You're not lonely because I know you.
No, wait.
Okay, be truthful.
No, I'm not gonna take my husband back. No, I'm not gonna take him back. He's remarried. I'm not taking him back. No. He's married to a beautiful woman, and we're good. But I'll be cordial to him. No. No, don't get me started. I won't take him back. He's married, so it will be very unfortunate. Very unnice for me to say I wanted somebody's husband. You want me to commit adultery?
Yeah.
That's not adultery. So no. But anyway, let me just be quick. Let me round this up. I don't regret divorce because again, I did what I had to do because it was no longer good for my mental health. Okay, and anything that destroys your mental health is not good for you. So I don't regret it. However, I regret that my marriage ended. Okay, in the sense that I love marriage.
Yeah.
I love it. From my youth, I've always desired and dreamed of a healthy marriage. I want to serve my husband. I want to take care of my husband. Call me Ruth. My mom used to call me Ruth, right? So I wanted to take care. I'm that woman that will take care of my husband. I love it. And I miss it, right? But missing it does not mean that I'm going to now settle for less because now I'm wiser. And I won't settle for just anything. I'd rather be single than just settle for anything. Right.
That's
so I hope that answers that question. But the point is this, and I'm going to say this, I hope you hear us, right? Whatever you can do, reach out to therapists, reach out to counselors,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you can do to fix your marriage,
You need to do it.
fix it. The streets are not smiling.
No, there's nothing on the
I'm
street
going to be
anymore.
very
Nothing.
honest with you. And people will not come out and tell you the truth. I know over the
No.
years we've pushed in there, leave, 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 get out, leave. Name,
Pastor
nah.
Shola, you are really changing my thinking now, Egmo. You better change your thinking.
There's nothing out here, man.
No,
There's
nothing,
nothing
nothing
out
out
here.
there. You can ask me that.
Yeah.
I noticed that men, actually, Nigerian men are marrying East African women
Oh
now.
yes, all these women don't leave our husbands alone.
East
Leave
African
our men
women,
alone.
South African women, and they're going for the Chinese, the Indian women
Oh
too.
my god.
And you see that a lot of Nigerian women are actually just there and
Right.
nothing for them. And they're very desperate right now. You see them on TikTok just shaking their bum all around the place. Nothing for them. So when you are married, you want to be very intentional about this stuff. You don't want to rock the boat. If anything's going wrong, get the phone number of a counselor, book a session, and actually let's fix this stuff. Get in touch with a therapist. Let's
Yeah.
fix this stuff.
Pastor Shola, please, somebody said something and it's important.
Well,
I do not condone abuse in any way. Okay? If you are unsafe, if you are in an abusive environment, marriage, if you are being beaten and being abused and your mental health is being destroyed, the best thing would be to leave. Now, when it comes to leaving, it doesn't necessarily mean divorce at first.
Mhm.
If that partner realizes that, oh, I failed and I'm willing to work on myself,
yeah.
they can get help if they want help. It's going to be intense therapy, but they can get help. However, if they cannot get help, your safety is the most important. And we will always negotiate and fight for your safety.
Yeah.
We will have to pull you out of that situation. Now, abuse is not gender biased. Some men are the ones that are being abused in their homes.
Of course.
So yeah, listen to that. And this goes for both man and woman.
A woman.
If you feel unsafe in your marriage,
Say something.
it's not, you don't need to be there. I'm
You don't
sorry.
need to be there.
But if outside of abuse,
Yeah.
anything else,
And it doesn't matter, maybe it's physical, emotional. Abuse is abuse.
yes, sir.
You need to seek help. Don't just stay there.
Yeah.
The moment you're depressed, you are useless to yourself and to the environment. And at the end of the day, it's possible for you to commit suicide
Right.
and kill yourself. It's only one life for us. This one life, you have to make sure that you guide yourself
Yeah.
and be able to live a good life.
Absolutely.
Marriage is not the do or die.
No, it's not.
If it's not working, it's not working. And divorce is not a ticket to hell. Likewise, marriage is not a ticket to heaven. All right? You have to understand what it is and take care of yourself. Mental health issue is actually crazy these days.
It's on the increase.
It's on the increase.
Yeah.
And even kids are going through it.
Yeah.
Young kids of 14, 15, 16, they're going through this stuff. They're seeing their parents fighting all the time.
Because they are suffering because of us.
Yeah.
Our
Their parents
kids
fighting all
are,
the time.
let's bring this here to you guys. I'm a mental health nurse practitioner, and you'll be surprised the number of children that we attend to now that have depression.
Yeah.
And many a times we're saying, oh, we are staying for the children. Oh, I don't want to leave. And I hear this from both men and women.
Yeah.
Oh, I want my children to get older, then I can leave.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're not only damaging yourselves, you're
Yeah.
damaging those
Damaging the
children.
kids too.
Those children you are staying for, you're damaging them. Because we think our children don't know, but they see. And what we are doing is we are unconsciously repeating the cycle. When imagine a son or a daughter who's watching that their dad is abusing their wife, their mom. What the boy is saying is it's okay to do it. And what the daughter is saying is
I'm not
it's
going to get married.
No,
I don't like
she
this
probably
stuff.
doesn't want to get married,
Yeah.
or she feels like, you know what?
That's the normal thing.
It's
to do.
normal.
Yeah.
Right? So the children you are staying for, rather than put pressure on fixing what is going on, and you are staying for them, you are damaging those children.
Yes.
Why are we damaging the future generation?
Yes,
You are being unkind, you're being wicked to your children by saying, oh, I want to stay for my children, when in fact you're damaging them.
You know what you're going to do? What's going to happen? Sorry.
What?
By the time you say you're staying for the kids, by the time they turn 18, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to be naked. Stay in a relationship because the man or the woman is treating you right.
Yeah.
Don't stay because of kids.
You don't stay because
Because
of
those
kids.
kids will soon leave you.
Yep.
You can't use children as a blocker. When you use them to block, they're going to leave you empty. And they're gone.
Yeah.
So the issue is that don't stay in a relationship because of children. Stay there because that guy is respecting you. The woman is respecting you. You love that woman and the woman respects you.
Yes.
You stay in the relationship because you're having fun inside of it. And let me tell you this finally before I will let Shaun talk about, say the last, whatever she wants to say today. Now, marriage is complicated. Don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
A day will come that it's possible for you to fall out of love.
Yeah.
You won't love that woman the way you used to love her before. You won't love that man the way you used to love him before.
Yes, sir.
So you need to understand it's possible to fall out of love.
You will fall out of love, actually.
There must be breaks.
Yeah.
Whereby you take a break from each other. Number 2, your husband is not supposed to be your only friend. Your wife is not supposed to be your only friend.
Yep.
Don't put them in a cage.
Yeah.
Don't put them in prison. Let them breathe.
Absolutely.
Number 3, you must understand that you have your own life to live in this relationship. Always make sure that you live a good life. Live a good life, have good friends, hang out with your friends, do whatever it is that you like to do.
Travel.
Travel the world.
Yeah.
Go and eat all kinds of food you want to eat. At the same time, you're still married to your husband or to your wife.
Not going
Be there.
anywhere.
Number 4, always make sure you are faithful. As a man, be faithful to your wife.
Yeah.
There is no vagina out there that is actually good. It's the same thing. Ujulando. All right?
Pastor Shola, we can argue that. It's not
Don't
the same.
argue.
It's not the same vagina.
It's not the same vagina.
But I can
When
teach
you-
you all to make your vagina sweet. Okay, go ahead, Pastor Shola.
Put all in your vagina. I don't care. All right?
Sorry, guys.
Take
I'm
care of your
sorry.
wife. Give your wife money. Let her dress real good for you. Set her free.
Right.
Let her be able to introduce something in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Don't call her a prostitute when she's telling you, can you come from behind? Don't call her a prostitute when she's telling you, let's do helicopter. Don't call her a prostitute when she's telling you to do wheelbarrow. Because you want to enjoy it. And when the ringtone is going out of the roof, she's enjoying the old stuff. Don't call her a prostitute at
No,
that
she's
time.
not.
All right?
Come on.
And even you as a man, you need to learn how to take care of your business. Don't be a 2 seconds noodle man.
Give her head. Put your mouth there and give her
Oral
correct
sex
head.
is important. Go and learn how to give it.
Yes.
Kiss your wife in the mouth. Put your tongue right in her throat.
Yes.
Put your tongue in her ears.
French kiss.
Suck the neck.
Choke her when she's coming.
Choke her when she's coming.
All right.
Play with the nipples. Go straight to the belly button. Make sure that you work the clitoris very well to get her where she's supposed to go to.
Crazy.
And then you can come in and do whatever you want to do. You're going to leave a kind of a long-lasting experience in the mind of your wife
Absolutely.
by that time.
Absolutely.
Don't be a selfish man. All right? What you're doing to your side chick, do it when you go home too. Wash the dishes. Clean. Take care of the kids. Help your wife in the house. She will not be tired to actually service you at night.
Right.
And finally, be spiritual. Pray together.
Yes.
Seek the face of God together.
Absolutely.
And your lives will be better.
Yep.
So, what
Yes,
do you have
sir.
for us?
Pastor Shola, someone had a question. I don't know. They said you didn't answer the question. Please, can you repeat that question, please, just before we round up? However, I think Pastor Shola has said everything, right?
The question he asks is like, can you marry a born again that is smoking weed? I intentionally, I don't want to answer your
Can you
question. Marry a born again that is smoking weed.
your question, Winnie? What kind of question is that?
He needs deliverance.
You need deliverance. You need deliverance. You need deliverance.
He said his weed is sin.
Okay, so here's this. I'm gonna come from a medical standpoint.
Weed is
okay?
not the same.
Why are you smoking weed?
Weed is not
And
the same.
it's not a Jesus, Pastor Shola. Oh, I do not. You know me.
Weed is not the same.
I'm not a pastor. You're a
But weed
pastor.
is not the same.
Me, I don't. Is weed a sin?
It's not the same.
I should like for me slim.
Weed right now actually is allowed and they use it to
Let
actually.
me have my NSC. weed is. Let me while he answers the weed question.
Weed is on the scene. It's actually medically right now they recommend. I mean, they prescribe weed for you to actually step your pain down.
Actually,
It's a painkiller.
let's go to this, right? I think even Jesus was very careful about how he worded certain things. And Jesus said, and he was outrightly said some things that the focus was on moderation, right? Um anything that you do, I knew that was coming. Anything
This
that
guy's
you do,
crazy.
I knew that was coming. Anything that you do, right, has to be moderation. And anything that you decide to get involved in, now I'm not even coming as from a born again
Yeah.
standpoint. Make sure you educate yourself before you get into anything.
Yeah.
We are drinking Hennessy right now, but trust me, cheers, Pastor Shala. I have trained and educated myself to know that, oh, what can this Hennessy do to me if
your
I have,
limit, yeah.
what is my limit? What will it do? At what point does this Hennessy become poison to my body? What do I have to do to be responsible when I drink this? Right? Do I know my limit? Do I know that I have to stay hydrated? As soon as I get up from here, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to drink a whole bottle of water to help my body to flush it out of my system.
Yeah.
Right? So anything that you decide to go into, please educate yourself. We can tell you today, oh, it's a sin, it's not a sin. You can depend on people to give you, but the best person to educate yourself is you.
you.
Right now, we have what we call medical marijuana.
And then we
They're
have
actually
CBD also.
CBD. They are finding different derivatives of that weed that we call Igbo, right? That they do different things to the body.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times, people, practitioners are prescribing derivatives of weed to patients.
Yeah.
All right? So,
Even people with seizure, they
even
actually
people with
tell them.
seizures, it's actually helping
it's
them
helping
because
them.
it controls how fast that the brain goes, right? So whatever way. But also I've heard people who smoke weed and they start acting like weary.
Don't abuse anything.
Don't abuse nothing.
Water, if you abuse water, it's bad. Abuse food is bad. Anything you abuse is actually going to be like not good for you.
Ma, you said all VJs are not the same. All vaginas are not the same.
It is the same.
Let
Vagina.
me teach them. Oh.
Usually is that just go and learn how to use your vagina.
Let me tell you something. Vaginas are created the same. However, if you jam a vagina that is correctly taken care of, that the right instruments and things are taking to help it, when that person enters the vagina, they sing a different tune. I've heard men say they have something they call premium vagina.
Yeah, it's nothing like that.
Let me tell you.
It's a lie. You don't listen to her. It's a lie.
If you are taking probiotics, and you're doing your Kegel exercises, your probiotics, what it does,
Somebody said they're not the same. Mine is different.
they make your vagina extra
Good
wet.
days are your own.
Oral sex is not a sin. How will oral sex be a sin? Your vagina will be extra wet and juicy, and men like a juicy vagina. If your vagina is dry and another woman's vagina is sweet, the man will go for the sweet and juicy vagina. They'll be hearing. Let me tell you this thing, Let me tell you guys. Okay, one time like this, I tried this. I tried this natural kayamata, right? Kayamata is healthy, natural herbs. Okay, I wanted to test it out. Okay, so I used. I was married at the time.
A lot of people that are not born again.
I share with all of them.
I share with everybody.
Okay. So you try the kayamata, and the kayamata, what it does, it actually, they have different things. They tell you it makes it sweet, makes you extra tight, it makes you juicy and stuff. I didn't tell my oga I was doing it at the time, right? And that day, honestly, I didn't say anything. His ringtone was different.
Why is he doing ringtone?
His ringtone was different.
A man is supposed to do ringtone.
Yes, so you better do ringtone. Ringtone turns us on. No, are you kidding me?
What's ringtone?
Do you guys like your men being quiet? Why should a man be quiet?
Of course, I'll be saying, who should daddy? Who should daddy?
That's what's up. Something like that. I don't want you quiet. I want you to call my name, babe.
I don't want
oh my God,
but
babe.
my ringtone is like, meow.
Oh my god, you guys. Kaya mata, I'm gonna have to come back another time, but kaya mata is
We're gonna
something.
go back later.
There's some herbs that came from the north. Kaya mata means a woman's property, a woman's load. The northerners were very open when it comes to sexual health in marriage. So when their children were getting married, they've arranged some herbs, right? They arranged a box full of herbs for both aphrodisiacs for man, for the woman, things that you can use along the way as you need it for your sexual compatibility, right? So they call those things kayamata. It's from the north. They are herbs. They are herbs. They are only herbs. They are not. No. When anybody start asking you to bring a padlock or kill a chicken, no, that's not
So that
kayamata.
Kayamata is different.
That's evil. That's called
That's
kayan.
juju what?
Kayan maleka is evil. But
What do they do? That one is when they captivate a man. And
yes, that's
Okay.
that's juju. However, there is the key that I want you guys to tell. I want to tell you guys. Kaya mata, right? When if I'm a woman and I'm using kaya mata, which is just natural herbs, sweeteners, something to make my pussy wet, and God forbid, another person's husband falls in my trap. When he feels, he's like, oh my God, this is different.
Why will I say, oh my God, this is different?
Because it is different, and
It's
you
not
want to
different.
come
It's
back for
not
more.
wet. I can put water into it.
And this is why I come to you women and say, my sisters, do what you need to do, honey. We need help sometimes.
Consuela, please organize talk show in Ontario.
Yeah, he's coming. How much are you gonna pay us? Pay him. Because I'll take 10%.
These people want to know. They want to know about Kayamata.
Anyway, we're gonna stop. Pastor Shola, you have any more to add?
No. I don't want to add anything.
Oral
But
sex.
by
They
next
have to
week,
give oral sex.
by next
You want me to come back next week?
By next week, we're going to be coming back and we're going to be talking more about this stuff. For those people on Facebook and on YouTube.
Oh, that's Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, thank you
Oh,
guys. Thank you guys. You guys have been. We have not been able to read the comments on.
Oh, there are comments on Facebook too.
It's a lot. It's a lot of comments on there.
Sorry.
It's a lot of comments right there, but we have not been able to read it. We're really sorry about that. But by next week, we're going to find a way to be able to get to read your comments. Probably we're going to use the iPad on this side to get it. So we'll be able to respond to the messages on YouTube and on Facebook also. It's a lot of comments right there that we've not been able to reach. And those people who are on Instagram, we're really sorry about the setting, but by next week, by God's grace, you're going to be able to see the two of us clearly, and everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
By next week, by God's grace, and then the lighting is going to be different too. So, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's been an honor as always.
You know why I love you?
Yes, sir.
You're raw. You're straight. I'm telling you. I like it when somebody will say the way it is.
Yeah.
And you are the only one. Thank you very much for that super blast. Somebody just gave us some money right there on YouTube. Thank you very much on YouTube for that super blast. God bless you. So, because I love it, I like it because you always say it the way it is.
Yes, sir.
And that's the reason I'm going to bring you back again next week.
Oh, I'm
and
so
next
honored.
week, and next week, and next week, until Jesus Christ will come.
Pastor Shola.
Yeah, and then the next show, we're going to allow people to make a call, and then call
Yeah.
in, ask questions also by the grace of God. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. We'll see you guys next week by the grace of God. Have a peaceful life, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys. We want to go and enjoy our NSC in peace.
You have a husband for